What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another movie review. Today we're going to be talking about the Bad Boys franchise, a 4-movie review. And I was going to do one at a time, but I was like, I'll just group them all together. It took me a little bit longer than expected to see Bad Boys Ride or Die. But these Bad Boy films, right? I was holding just a teeny tiny little bit of a grudge against Will Smith for slapping Chris Rock. He deserves it. But one cannot say Will Smith is not a good actor. Maybe has a bad film or two, but he's got a majority good films. And, growing up, I loved him. I loved iRobot. I loved, a ton of things that he was in. Men in Black, he's done a good movie or 20. But he is notorious for his summer blockbusters, and Bad Boys Ride or Die had about $100 million budget, I think it said, and they blew that out the first weekend. So, this franchise in a whole has got to be in the green profit-wise, because Bad Boys 1 is iconic. 1995, the two of them are in great shape. They're both kind of in their primes. Will's like in the prime of his movie career, prime of his handsomeness, you know what I mean? Like, he's never been in better shape than he was in 95 Bad Boys. Maybe in 2003, but 95 they were both in crazy shape. And the cast is just so good, and the first one's good and I enjoy it, but the second one, when they make Gabrielle Union Will's love interest and she's also supposed to be Marcus's sister, that is really hilarious. So for me, currently I have Bad Boys 2 sitting at the #1 spot in the ranking, and then Bad Boys for Life, returning 17 years after Bad Boys 2 and still capturing that same magic. Of course, now they're older, they're not in as great a shape, and they're dealing with health problems and stuff, but I love how they dealt with that. They have them doing the crazy old stuff that they did in the older movies, but they're maybe a step slower too. They're having panic attacks. He has a heart attack. They're having health issues because they're much older than they were in 95 and 2003 when they made those first two movies, so it's fantastic that these movies keep going. And maybe slight spoilers, I don't know if there will be another Bad Boys movie. I think Bad Boys Ride or Die might be the way they seal it off and have these 4 movies be the Bad Boys franchise. And I really loved it, Bad Boys for Life in 2020, it introduced, Will has a son, and he was in love with a bruja, and he goes, I told you shouldn't have married that witch, Mike, come on. But, more than anything in this franchise, the chemistry between Martin Lawrence and Will Smith is undeniable. It is so funny. Martin Lawrence might be one of the funniest dudes on the planet, and this role for him is so perfect. And in Bad Boys Ride or Die, Will's kind of, struggling for a moment, and he has a little panic attack moment. Not a full panic attack, but he's starting to have one. And Martin just slaps the shit out of him 3 times, and I was like, that's payback. The Martin Lawrence, comedian, one of the greatest of all time, got you, Chris Rock. He got the slaps back in. And on the big screen, it was just hilarious. The cars, the stunts, the movies have just been really good. And, as funny as they are and as good as their chemistry is, it doesn't sacrifice funniness for the good story, right? They just add the funniness in. And I'll say, these 2 young directors, what are their names? Adil and Bilal? I'm sorry if I butchered those names, but these 2 young guys, they also did some directing on, I believe, Miss Marvel. And then they also did the Bad Boys for Life movie. And, this is their Bad Boys 2. And they did a great job. There's love interest. There's, the Melanie Bird, I believe is her name. Melanie Bird. Was the teacher in Power, Book 2 Ghost, is where I know her from, and she's his new love. They get married to start the movie. Last movie they were getting The daughter married, you know, Reggie, oh my god, Reggie, like, I went to see this in theaters with my buddy Bon, you know, a 1 o'clock showing on a Saturday, full theater, people were having a great time. It's good to see a movie like this in this day and age, people laughing and actually having a good time. I went to see Godzilla Kong at the same time, you know, a few months back, fairly full theater. No one was having a good time. Everyone watched it in silence. Their excitement and laughter and entertainment was on the inside. And I was like, man, this is a movie theater. You should be able to go, oh! You know, like, and other people in the area go, oh, shit, like, that was crazy. You know, like, I don't know. I enjoy reactions a little bit. You know, and it enhances the experience a bit in theaters. But my overall ranking, right, I will say, this is the only franchise I've ever done this with where all 4 movies had the same score of 4 out of 5 stars. About an 8 out of 10. They're all great movies, but they do have to be put in a ranking order. So this is how I did it. Bad Boys 2 is my number 1. Bad Boys Ride or Die, the new one, is number 2. Bad Boys the original is number 3. And Bad Boys for Life coming in at number 4. That is no shade on Bad Boys for Life. They're all great movies. That just happens to be, you know, I watched them all over the last week, and that just so happens to be where they stick, you know? Like, Bad Boys 2 is just, you know, awesome. Like, they're still young, they're still in great shape. Will and Gabrielle Union is the little, of course it has to do with a love story, is why I love Bad Boys 2 the most, you know, between Will and Gabrielle Union sneaking behind Martin's back, you know, like, it's a good ass time. But honestly, I think all these movies are over 4 stars, you know, but maybe just a little bit. So if I had to really rank them and put a score on them, I think I'd give Bad Boys 2 8.4, Bad Boys Ride or Die 8.3, Bad Boys 1 8.2, and Bad Boys for Life 8.1. So just slightly over 8 stars, or yeah, slightly over 4 stars, about an 8 out of 10. A little bit higher. But comment below, what do you think of the Bad Boys franchise? What did you think of the first movie, the second, third, fourth? You know, have you seen the most recent one? If you're looking for a Bad Boys Ride or Die specific review, maybe I'll drop a comment down below. Maybe I'll release that video. But if you're really wondering my true thoughts of Bad Boys Ride or Die, it was awesome. It was hilarious. Me and my buddy had a great time watching it in theaters. It's another great Bad Boys film. Martin is hilarious. Will is great. He's coming off of that, you know, controversy. So he really comes back and he gets himself back in the theaters and into the spotlight, and it's good. It's a good-ass movie, man. And it starts out hot, ends hot. You know, it's a little under 2 hours. Good runtime. You know, it doesn't feel too long. Doesn't feel too short. It has some great moments, you know. So shout out Reggie, my man. Me snacks is you snacks, Reggie. You know, like. But I will see you beautiful people in the next video. My name is Big Cam. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you don't miss future movie reviews. House of the Dragon breakdown is on Monday. So Wednesday there will be a breakdown for The Acolytes. Maybe even talking about The Boys at some point this week. But movie reviews to come. Stay tuned. We finished our Transformers rewatch. We're continuing on my DC movie rewatch. I also just embarked on another, doing the X-Men movies over again, but reviews for those already on the channel. But Deadpool and Wolverine in a month, so I'm going to refresh myself and just make it so the X-Men movies are nice and fresh in my head before I go into that movie. I'm super excited for that. My Boston Celtics just won a championship last night, so we're in good spirits over here on a Tuesday morning. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you beautiful people in the next one. Peace.